So now we are going to see about types of interviews. So here are a few types of interviews like structured interviews. A structured interview process is where an employer asks a fixed set of questions to all candidates appearing for an interview rather than focusing on experience-based questions. An employer prefers asking a fixed set of questions and recording the responses of every candidate. They grade these responses against a suitable scoring system and hire candidates based on this result. A structured interview is beneficial for both interviewers and candidates because it eliminates biasness from the recruitment process. Next, unstructured interviews. In unstructured interviews, a conversation occurs conversationally and spontaneously. The interviewer can ask questions related to a candidate's skills, experience, or qualification. Such interviews do not follow any set format and the interview can go in any direction. It is a traditional interviewing method that organizations uses to hire suitable candidates. Using an unstructured interview, interviewers gauge a candidate's interview skills by comparing their performance to other candidates. Next, situational interviews. In a situational interview, employers present a candidate with a problem. Employers use this interview process to evaluate their approach to solving problems. Through such interviews, an employer understands what action a candidate would take in various job-related situations. When asking such questions, the employer answers expect a candidate to give answers related to similar situations a candidate handled in the past. Behavioral interviews. Behavioral interviews are a technique which employers use to gauge and evaluate a candidate's past behavior in different situations. It helps in understanding how a candidate would perform in similar situations at work. It is easier for an employer to predict the success of a candidate on their past performance. Usually, the employer asks open-ended questions about specific situations to hire a suitable candidate. The employer then tallies a candidate's response against an anchored rating scale. So this is an important part of interview which is asked mostly to the candidate in the interview process. Stress interviews. Employers gauge a candidate's ability to respond to stress in different workplace situations using this interview style. For some job roles like consulting, employers conduct stress interviews to spot sensitive applicants and separate high stress tolerance candidates from the rest. So it is a great interview style to find sensitive applications who may lose their calm attitude in stressful situations. In such interviews, employers create anxiety to see the reaction of a candidate. So it is also nowadays followed in many interview process. Technical interviews. A technical interview is an interview type that helps an employer to understand technical and job-related aptitude. When applying for healthcare, information technology, engineering and science, a candidate is more likely to face technical interviews. Through such interviews, an employer gauges your technical expertise and it helps in understanding whether you have the skills required to complete your job specific duties. So these are the very essential things which is followed in the interview process. Thank you.